Damn.
Trying to kill me.
What's up, guys? So today's kind of a video I've been dreading making. We've been getting a lot of questions and people have been messaging me and stuff just wondering where we've been and why we haven't been making any videos, and was hoping not to make a video like this. Was kind of hoping to just come back riding, and you know, we've just been having a lot going on lately, the three of us, and the schedules not matching. You know, we just can't really get out riding either. And we've ridden a lot of our local stuff quite a bit, so you know, when we go riding, we're trying to go to new places. And not only that, but it's just been hard to get out at all this summer. You know, we all three work in construction, so summer's a really busy time of the year for us, and unfortunately that's a good time for us to ride and make videos and stuff like that. But I've been working a lot throughout the summer, doing some school jobs, so they had to be done, so there wasn't much time to be taken off. I had to work some weekends, things like that. So I guess we'll start off in the beginning. And you know, a couple months ago I got married, so we had the wedding. Had a lot going on with the wedding, a lot to set up, a lot to get ready, you know, that kind of stuff. So didn't really get to get out because of that. And then shortly after that, summer was right around the corner, so just got really busy with work. All three of us are in construction, so we were all really busy with work, so it was really hard for the three of us to get off at the same time, or any of us to get off at all, really. On top of that, I listed my house for sale. Just the way the market is up by us, you know, it's a good time to sell, so I was thinking I could make some pretty decent money on my house, so it was kind of time to do that. As well as Josh sold his house and built a new house. He's been building for a little while now, and so, but he sold his house, moved into his new house, so he's been super busy with that as well. He's fencing in his yard, you know, doing yard work, that kind of stuff. So he's been slammed as well, on top of work too, and you know, just life in general. But Billy switched jobs. He's with a different company now, and didn't really want to take off a bunch of work to go somewhere far, being that he just started where he's at. And I've just been busting ass trying to get my house on the market. You know, I had a lot of little stuff to do, and then it was sold right away. So I'm still here now, but everything has moved out, as you'll see. I'll show the garage and stuff. It's kind of sucks, honestly. You know, this garage I built, me, my dad, and some buddies and stuff. So it sucks to leave, but at the same time, got good money for the house, so it was worth it to leave, trying to get out of the neighborhood, maybe get some land. But yeah, it's kind of sad seeing this place empty as it is. It's probably the cleanest you guys have ever seen it. So I've been super slammed emptying this place out. I've got no tools, I've got nothing here anymore, and I move out in a little bit. But so I figured I'd just throw together this video quick, you know, let you guys know that we're not done making videos by any means. We've just been busy, you know, so we're hoping to get out in the next couple weeks and go do some riding. Unfortunately, we won't be able to go anywhere too far, so it'll have to be somewhat local. But, you know, at this point, we just want to get out and ride. I'll show you guys the latest on my machine. If you guys remember from, I think it was Brimstone, I had issues with this tire over here, and it was just being aired down, and my bead locks cut the bead up really good. And that tire had like a slow, actually this one wasn't a slow leak, it was a pretty serious leak. So I ended up tubing it, because the tires still got good life on it. So I didn't want to get new tires yet. I do really like the carnivores as well, so I wasn't ready for a new set of tires. Ended up tubing that one, and it's been doing really good. So I think I've got a slow leak on this guy over here. Ever since, the same thing. I think I just had him aired down a little bit too low. But as you can see, this tire is completely flat. So I'm going to pull this tire off and do the same tube I did over there on the other one. it did really well. I didn't really notice any negative or downside, so I'm gonna do it again on that in the next couple days. And then this thing should be pretty much ready to go. I was having some overheating issues, as some of you guys probably seen at some of the parks. I cut up one of these furnace filters or whatever. As you can see here, it's a little dirty, got to clean it after the last ride. But I shoved that in front of the radiator to try and keep some of the dust and mud off of it, and that seemed to help quite a bit. And I also wired my fans to where they're on with the ignition, so they're on at all times, and that helped a lot too. As far as keep going on the machine update here a little bit, I know we've been leaving you guys hanging, and we really haven't ridden much at all, so kind of figured we'd throw together like a little review, not so much a review, but a little bit of an update on what the status is on everyone's, so mine's pretty much ready to go. I just need a tube for mine, and I'm gonna get that done in the next couple days. Work's kind of starting to slow down, so hoping to get out going riding again. That'd be really cool. Just wanted to throw this video together to show you and tell you guys, that we're not done. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It's part of life. Unfortunately, we're not full-time YouTubers as we would like to be, but it don't matter. It's cool. It's fun. I enjoy making the videos, but it's cool meeting you guys too, meeting new people. We're just meeting out at parks and riding, and that's really what it's about. We want to show the type of riding we do and make some new riding buddies. It's a good time. But yeah, Josh's machine, we'll go on to that. He's got that new motor in it as of a couple rides ago. Really not that many miles on it, I don't think. That thing's doing good. Hasn't really used it much, but had a couple rides on it and haven't had any issues, so that's good. Unfortunately though, he did blow a diff when we were down at S'more in Missouri, and he's still running the same diff. I don't think he's rode since S'more. No, so that was the last time he rode, is he blew his diff at S'more in Missouri. And he's just been super swamped with the new house stuff. But he did get a new diff, but now we're kind of thinking that it's not really worth switching yet, just to blow another one. I mean, it's perfectly functionable the way it is. So it kind of questions why change it until it locks up. It's just got a hole in it. The spider gear, probably a tooth broke off again, just like it happened to mine. So he's just gonna run the stock diff for a bit, the same diff for a bit until he has some issues or until we switch it out. But on to Billy's machine, he's got the same thing going on. He blew a diff at S'more as well. Same thing, just got a small hole, probably broke a spider gear, just like the same thing that happened to me. And then the ring gear chews it up and spits it out the case. It's a really, really stupid problem, because it still functions just fine. So it sucks. As far as we know, there's no front diff fix out there. Whether we really only think we need stronger spiders, because that's what's breaking. But other than that, we don't know of any other diff or any stronger spiders that's out there for our machines for the front. We've seen some built ones for the rear from the sand dune guys, but I think it's becoming more of a common problem. We've been seeing it on some of the forums and some of the pages that people are having the same problem as us. So we would be cool if we could find somebody who had a fix out there and made us some stronger spiders. We've reached out to a couple people, and I guess just not enough demand for it to be worth it for the machining side of things for them to do it. So my diff has only got like 1 or 2 rides on it, and I've got a new theory on that. And we all seem to somewhat agree. So this one's got no holes in it, no nothing. This one's good to go. And I'm gonna try a new theory now that I've got this diff in it and it's good to go. At first we thought riding in, 4-wheel drive, which another known is 3-wheel drive. We thought that was the issue at first, but it turns out that we've been using diff lock a lot more, and it doesn't seem that, we've been blowing diffs. So obviously they still blow in diff lock. And we thought that maybe in 4-wheel drive when you'd hit a rock or something that the tires would jar and the spiders would jar, and that's what would break the spider maybe. But at this point, there's not that many people that break them in four-wheel drive now that we think about it. You know, there's a lot of people that race these things. There's a lot of people that don't use diff lock because they're kind of afraid of it, which maybe they should be. You know, maybe that's why we're blowing diffs. So I'm gonna try and use four-wheel drive as much as possible and not use diff lock in hopes that that'll help. So this diff, I'm gonna run, you know, mostly four-wheel drive, diff lock when needed, but I'm gonna try and hit hills a little harder. In the last video at the cliffs, if you guys haven't seen it, check it out.
RIP to that fender again. Looks good.
I'll throw the link in the description for that. But if you haven't seen it, that one I did do a couple times. I hit some hills a little faster, a little harder in four-wheel drive or three-wheel drive, open diff, whatever you want to call it, and didn't have any issues. So, I mean, granted, it didn't happen right away. You know, we rode a lot before we would blow the diff. So I guess we'll see how long mine lasts. So as you guys have seen in the background of this video, I've got my car in here. We also started up another channel called BlownBudgetDaily. If you guys want, if you're interested, you know, I've got some car content. I took this thing to the local drag strips like 10 minutes away, and it's a lot easier for us. It's a lot easier to break away from work and do that, you know, on a night than it is to travel and go ride the side-by-side. So make a video of that. You know, I've got a video running this thing at the drag strip versus Josh's Mustang that he's got. So got some pretty cool content there. And it just kind of helps out. You know, keeps us in the swing of things, making videos. If you guys are interested, checking that out, go over there and subscribe. I'll throw the link in the description. And, you know, we've got a lot more to come over there as well. I want to do some track stuff with this thing. Just pretty much any other kind of videos that I want to make, or that any of us want to make, we're going to throw over there on that channel. And really keep this channel strictly geared towards side-by-sides as much as we can. But yeah, guys, other than that, that's really all I've got for you today. Just wanted to get, like I've said, get a video out there explaining what's going on. You know, maybe if you guys want to, check out our other channel. Don't have much out there right now, but hoping to have some more in the future for sure. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And oh, last thing, we were thinking about going somewhere somewhat far in the winter. Maybe not too far or whatever, but we'll all be slow on work and trying to just get back out and do some riding. So that'll probably be the next time we'll be able to do anything far. Trying to find somewhere that's, you know, 50s, 60 maybe. Really 50s would be plenty, just temperature wise. Get out of here when it's going to be like 0 and snowing. So if you guys got any suggestions on where to go, we'd need a cabin. We won't have, you know, a toy haul or anything like that. So it would have to be somewhere we could stay. You know, try and keeping it somewhat close as possible, but yet still get a little bit warmer weather, you know. You guys obviously, if you watch the videos, you know the riding style we're into. Let us know if there's any parks down in the south that would be kind of our style of riding. I don't really know of much down there, so I'm not really sure. You know, we've been to Tennessee and stuff in the winter, Kentucky, you know, it's a little cold or whatever. And we might do a trip like that too, but I'm talking maybe even go further further south and try and find some warmth maybe if we're both off, or Josh is off, Billy's off, you know, whoever, whatever. So yeah, let us know down below. And our next trip will probably go down to the Badlands in Indiana, or possibly the Cliffs in Illinois, or maybe even Haspin Acres in Indiana. So we're trying to hit something like that. If you guys want, we can let you know when we're gonna go down there, and you guys can meet us out there. It'd be cool to ride with some of you. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.